Hi, I'm Nisha DeGaring, host of Good Things Utah, and I've been a longtime supporter of Todd's Beliefcast. I hope you find inspiration in the courageous stories shared by the amazing people Todd features on his show. The guests serve as shoulders for us to stand on, allowing us to see a little further and cultivate belief in oneself. Remember, you have the dignity and power to change. I encourage you to keep striving and believing in yourself. Enjoy today's podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Todd Sylvester, your host of the Beliefcast. Thanks again for tuning in. You guys are amazing. You loyal followers and listeners. It means the world to me. Also, a shout out to my sponsors. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you for believing me as well. Today, we are going to be all so much better off after listening to this amazing person. We have Brayden Black today. Brayden, thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Todd. I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Brayden is a coach, speaker, faith-driven leader. He wears his faith on his sleeve, man, which I love about him. He's on a mission to help people see what they can't see yet themselves. After years of battling anxiety and insecurity and self-doubt, everything shifted when he was challenged to see himself differently, to actually write down his strengths. That simple exercise changed his trajectory of his life and became the foundation of his work today. Now Brayden helps people break through limiting beliefs, find clarity in their relationships, reconnect with their faith, and step into what they were always meant to be. He does a podcast. He's doing a joy raid here later on up in Logan. This guy just is out making a difference in this world, and we've connected at a HXP event, and we've been friends ever since, and I'm just blessed to know you. So glad we've connected. I was just on his podcast, and it was on fire. I'm telling you, man, the connection in that room was amazing. And so we're going to have a powerful conversation today and about identity, or about belief and learning how to see ourselves differently. So Brayden, thanks for being here.
Let's do it. Thanks, Todd.
Let's go.
I'm like on top of the world already. We haven't even started.
So for our listeners who may not know you, let's just give a little background. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up and maybe a little bit about your family.
Yeah. So I'm from Pleasant Grove, Utah, born and raised.
Okay.
And my dad was married, had 4 kids, divorced, met my mom, had me and my brother.
Okay.
So blended family. I have 4 step siblings, half siblings. I don't know which one they are, but of the 2, and they're all ladder into their part, like high 20s to high 30s.
Okay.
They're all in Utah. We didn't grow up together, but we're close and love them. A couple of them have kids, and so we get to see them every now and again.
It'd be hard not to be close to you, dude. It seems like.
I love people. I love
you do.
people.
Like
yeah.
I say that with all the seriousness I have.
Yeah, thank you.
You are easy to get along with, easy to connect with, and I think it's just because that's the desire you have in your heart.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. People mean a lot to me. Relationships mean a lot to me, which I guess leads into the second part, I guess, of that question, and more about like people for me are like my lifeline. Like it's where I'm a hardcore extrovert. I love,
yes,
like that's where I feed my energy is like big groups. Now, again, I love growing up in a small family though, because again, it was only me and my brother, my younger brother at home. I'm the black sheep in my family. I'm the extroverted rebel, get out of the house, like go do like spontaneous, everything. Yeah. And they're much more introverted, homebody, and again, neither of them is better than the other. They're just different.
Just different, yeah.
And so naturally it led me, like my innate self loves to be out with big groups of people speaking or doing whatever. I feed off that energy.
Yeah.
But being in that small home setting made me love the one-on-one and the small intimate interactions because that's all I grew up with.
Right.
So I feel like it was a nice blend of both.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I use both all the time.
Yeah, you just seem like you ooze confidence and you bring an energy with you, man. It's awesome. And it's what's so beautiful about that is you can't fake it. Like you can't fake energy. Like the moment you walked in here today even, I was like, man, I felt that energy from you and I love that because I really believe that we, people can feel what we put out even without saying a word, right?
Yeah.
I know you believe that too.
Yeah.
So Were you always like that, even as a kid, like this young kid? Were you out there?
Well, I think it's funny that
confident
you even started that way. It was like, you seem so confident, like put together an energy. Because I was like, bro, if you had seen me years ago, you would not have said that.
Yeah.
Because junior high and high school, I think for like a lot of us, extremely low self-confidence, self-esteem. I battled with anxiety a lot. And I look completely different now than what I used to then.
Yeah.
Like if I were to pull up pics, like I don't look recognizable.
Really?
Like people think it's a different person. I was
Mm.
just a much smaller, scrawny kid. And when you have this image that you're not okay with, you start having thought patterns and beliefs and schemas about yourself that just,
Yep.
they're not you.
Yeah.
So battling with that, eventually what happened in a roundabout way was, so I played soccer, got injured, PT, that whole world,
Yeah.
which put me in the gym for the first time. And I get to the gym because I'm doing like rehabilitation on my knee, but I'm in there and I'm looking at all these people and I was like, dang, like I want to look like that.
Yeah.
Like, look how much respect and like attention they get. Like I've never gotten that.
Sure.
I wouldn't say I got bullied as a kid, but you could say picked on.
Okay.
I was an easy target and I was not very socially
Because you were smaller?
competent. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably a little bit weird, to be honest, but like I had a buzz cut and glasses, man. Like I like to say I had a glow up a little bit, but it was, that was just me. And so like I get in there and I became the gym bro in high school. Like I had a really cool transformation. Like I saw what it was like to put in hard work and I got it. I got the respect. I got the attention. I got the praise. I got everything that I wanted. But the inside was still a mess and nothing was fixed.
So let's talk about that for a minute because I think a lot of us struggle with that. The outer part of us may look like we got it all put together, but inside we can be a complete mess. Like you said, we mentioned in, at the beginning here, you struggled with feeling insecure, anxiety, really bad anxiety. So where did that stem from? And talk about the mess that you just mentioned.
Yeah. Well, because I can have an outward, like, it's feeding something that's not fixed. Like it's just, we're talking like in a way, how do I put this, of like we're diagnosing symptoms but not the problem.
Yeah.
So the symptoms on the outside look a lot different than what's actually at the heart of what's going on. And so to me, I was trying to fix this inward and up here, I say heart and mind because my thought patterns were completely a mess and my beliefs, my heart about myself were off. So I thought something on the outside would fix what was going on the inside. But again, it's just a facade, a cover of It took me years to finally figure out how to actually start healing and fixing the heart and the mind. The beliefs and the thought patterns.
So if you don't mind me asking, what were some of those beliefs that you're holding on to that were holding you back? Back then.
I think we would both call them like our victim mentality mindsets. Like the most popular, like I am not enough. I'm not going to be good enough, or I'm behind. I'll never be like them. What are some other ones that I felt like for me were pretty common? It's not going to work. It's never going to work. I'm not going to be able to provide for a family. That one's always been a big one for me. Like the feeling of presiding and helping out in a home in like a future sense someday. Financially was always one that was in there. Those were probably the most common ones that I felt like as a kid, and just things aren't going to work out. And my brain would immediately go, expect the worst. Because our brain loves being secure.
Yep. It lines up with your belief system for sure. And then that, if I understand correctly, created a lot of anxiety.
Right.
Like you were just always anxious.
Because I mean, if you follow like any of, the Brooke Castillo's model or any of those like thought pattern models where circumstances lead to thoughts and thoughts to feelings and feelings to results and actions and whatnot, like that. My thought processes of it's not going to work out or I'm not going to be able to do blank are simply just thought processes that lead to an emotional reaction. For this, it was stress and fear and worry. And then that's how I showed up. That's my passion.
Yeah. And I've learned this through my life too. And I know you're there as well, where, we create a frequency when we're doing that. And that frequency either attracts its like and repels the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're anxious thinking life's going to blow up on us and it's never going to work out, we attract more of that into our life. That's all we see. That's all we get. That's all we, and then we're repelling all the good stuff.
Yeah.
But yet you had a couple things, if I'm not mistaken, that, obviously working out, going to the gym, saying, I want to be like that guy. But you had this experience where someone challenged you to write down your strengths.
Yeah.
So talk about that.
So I think this is all cool that by the time, around the same time when I got into like the first coaching class that I ever took, you speaking at HXP that summer, like this was all in the same time frame.
Okay.
And I'm starting to get into the self-development world. As I got back, I served a mission, for my church, got back, things got progressively better, but it wasn't fixed yet. But I felt like when I turned the corner was with this experience like you were talking about. I had a friend, I was on a trip last year. It was for my HXP trip after you had spoken at TLT. So I'm having like all this change the narrative. Like
I didn't realize that was the timing.
Like everything is very like all in that timing. I'm on my trip, and I think for a lot of people, we have such a hard time seeing what's good in us because we have been pre-programmed, trained to only see what we need to work on.
Yep.
I like saying this to people too, before I even get back to the stories, imagine if we spent the same amount of time focusing on what we are good at as we do with what to improve.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right.
Like how much time we spend to what do I need to work on? What do I need to fix? How can I get better at blank? Like we spend a lot of time.
A lot. And
it's great and it goes somewhere. But if we spent equal or more to the opposite of what am I already, my I am statements, who I am already.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's powerful.
So
I love that.
Going back to this story, I had, as a trip leader, I think it's very easy, for context, HXP is a humanitarian organization. And we do these humanitarian trips for youth, these faith-based humanitarian trips internationally. And there's 19 kids in each group, and you and your co go out for a couple of weeks and do this trip with these kids. It's very easy to feel imposter syndrome and insecure. Like you got a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And so I was feeling a lot of that. And there's two parent chaperones that always come on the trip.
Okay.
And one of the parent chaperones I got really, really close with. And we were having this conversation one night after like kids were in bed. We were just up talking and got on this topic about strengths and weaknesses and seeing the real you.
Yeah.
And she's like, Brayden, you need to go write everything down that's good about you. I want you to go on a physical piece of paper. I don't want it to be just mentally. I want it to be on a physical piece of paper.
Yeah.
I want you to write down every good gift, quality, characteristic, talent, attribute that either you know about yourself, that other people have told you, or God has told you. And I want you to put this in like a statement.
Yeah.
And so I started on that trip. I had this journal. I had this one page. I was like, this is my page, where I took time to write down all these good gifts that either I saw in myself, other people had mentioned to me, or looked back to God and he's like, I see this in you.
Yeah.
And that list just grew and grew and grew. And when I look back on the list, it's one of the coolest, like every time I can even think about that list in my mind right now. And I just feel like, like there's something radiating from that page. There's power on that page.
Yeah.
And we know, like with the science of writing, like when you slow things down, you can think faster than you can write or speak. So when you write something down, it causes your brain to slow down, which makes you think about it more. And so it's powerful for belief systems.
For sure.
But that was a start on really seeing like, Brayden, you've got all of this. You've forgotten.
Yeah.
Right. As we were talking about before.
Yeah. I love the law of what you focus on increases. So I love the exercise just for that reason.
Right.
if you focus on what's good about you, it's going to increase. It's going to magnify.
Right.
It's like when you buy a car and you see the car everywhere now.
Yeah.
It's because of that law. What you focus on increases.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how, because it seems so simple. Like, just write down all the good things about you, and you're like, oh yeah, and but it's life changing because you'd never done that before.
Yeah.
Like, think about how simple that is.
Yeah.
But yet,
I mean, to your point, I remember so I used to teach seminary for a little bit, just religious education for teens in our church. And we did an activity. We were talking about gifts. And I was like, I want you to write down 5 things that you love about yourself, and only 2 of them could be physical. But do you know how many kids couldn't?
oh yeah,
5 things.
no, I
And I'm
believe
sure you see it all the time too. Like when you're sitting down working with clients, like, tell me something that you love about yourself. And they're like, I can't. Like, because we've been so programmed and conditioned, and the patterns are there to only see what it is I'm doing wrong or I need to work on.
Yep.
And if you can just I feel like sitting in this room in this kind of conversation with you and people, like us, I feel like I just want to be like revolutionists, like to break patterns and cycles that we've each had ourselves and that we see everywhere. Like, I just want to be an absolute rebel and break all of these patterns
For sure.
because they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for sharing that. That's powerful. So you go through this exercise, you create all this, and you have a moment, right? Like an aha moment, if you will, remembering who you are again, kind of thing. How did that feeling maintain for a while, or did you feel like you were going back and forth to that old belief pattern, going, geez, I still feel like I'm not good enough? Talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, I think I still have moments, even still, where I go back. But I have tools and abilities that make it quicker for me to come back to the source again.
Right.
That's why I love, come back to this true you. I will still have moments, I don't even know, maybe it will be for the rest of my life, I'm not sure, where I have times that are really, they smack you so you forget. It's easier to forget, but I feel like it's easier and I can come back quicker.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not that I have maybe necessarily less of them, although I do think I do, but when I do have them, I come back quicker to the source and I remember it faster. So that helps me get back on track, because that was a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
And it has gotten easier since. I think it's just made it easier because it's a habit now.
Yeah.
So.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, and then after you have this experience, you have this fire and desire to share it to the world. I mean, I think that's initially when we had our first conversation.
Yeah.
You had reached out and, you were like, man, and I love this about you. You're like, okay, I want to share this. Like you just said, I want to be revolutionist and just go.
Yeah.
What does that look like? And what do you want to do with that? And
my dream, basically. Yeah. So I got back from that trip after having done this activity. I had a trajectory that I thought I was going to go on. God was like, nah, we not going there. You could go there, but I feel like the best parts of my story are when I was writing out the chapter to the book. I sent it up to the editor and it came back with a bunch of red scribbles on it saying, tweak this. It'll make it a much better story. And we had the option to either say, I'll keep writing mine.
Oh yeah.
Or I'll listen. And that was one of those points last summer, was tweak this. And that's what got me into coaching. So started coaching, and then in about October of last year, just feeling like I need to push this. So I got Instagram for the first time, which was back in October. I'd never had social media before then.
I would have guessed that, man. You seem like this seasoned,
Thank you.
Your posts are awesome. And what I love about your social media too, it's very real and authentic.
Thank you.
Again, it's that people connection that you have.
Yeah.
I feel that way when I see your stuff. I'm like, man, I'm just connecting with this guy right now, So
I mean, that's my major marriage and family. I literally go to school to learn about how to do relationships and how to do people.
Yeah.
And I love that. And thank you. I take that as a high compliment. And
sure.
So yeah, I just took off from there, and I was like, I need to get this to more people. So I started coaching at a couple of different spots.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is my calling. Like, this is what I need to be doing. I can feel it in my soul.
Yeah.
And the only way to make a living off of this is if I just take some risks and I start doing it myself.
Yeah.
So then that's what happened. And that's when I started having conversations with you last year and other people. And it's been amazing since then. It's been so hard. I've never wanted to quit on something so
really
bad.
Yeah.
It's been that hard. And I've always, and this might surprise you too, I've always been, if it didn't come naturally or I wasn't already good at it, which are essentially the same thing, I would quit. I would never stick with something that I wasn't naturally good at because I didn't have to.
Well, and plus it wasn't comfortable.
Right. So that's been the pattern of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always led me to stick with things that I was naturally good at until this. I didn't know anything about social media. I didn't know anything about marketing or business or how to start one. I just like people.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to do this. So that's what happened. And we went both feet in and failed a lot, learned a lot, grew a lot. I'm failing forward, in the words of Denzel Washington. I love his little speech on that. Like, fall forward, not backward.
Yep.
So we've been falling forward, but we're forward. And my dream, to be honest, is like speak internationally, to have so many people coming that I have to hire out coaches.
Yeah.
And that we can have programs and courses. And we talked about a book and getting that done. And I just want to make messages more. Everybody needs to hear this.
Absolutely.
Stuff. So
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, I love that. And I love that you see where you want to go. And obviously you can make pivots along the way.
Of course, yeah.
Again, I guess that's falling forward,
Mm-hmm.
right? I love that. We talked about, one thing I love about you is you wear your faith on your sleeve. I mean, you're proud of it. You live it to the best that you can. You talk about it all the time. You're excited about it.
Yeah.
So where does that come from? And two, well, we'll get to the second one. Where does that come from?
So to me, my faith for a long time felt like weight, not wings. When something,
that's a good way to put it.
When something you feel like if you have to do it, or it's out of duty, it's so tamped down.
Yeah.
And I don't care what it is. Now I'm just talking about this in a faith aspect. There are many other instances, whether that's work or a job or anything that you choose to do. If you feel like, if the only reason you're doing it is because you have to, I'm sorry, but I don't think you're going to last very long.
Yeah.
Or you might last a really long time, but you're not going to get a lot out of it.
Right.
And that was the gospel for me. Like, grew up in Utah, very religious, obviously, community, of course, parents, super faithful. But I just felt like it never clicked for me. Like, I didn't have a personal experience with it. Now, that's, I would say, primarily like on me. Nevertheless, that's just like how I felt. I knew it was good.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say like I knew the change that could come about from it. And it was on serving this mission for, our church that I had an experience where I felt like God taught me the difference between a transactional relationship and a transformational one.
Ooh.
Transactional meaning I do everything to get back something versus, now you can apply this again outside of God. You can talk about this with a spouse or a parent, a child. What's the motive or reason behind why you do something? Is it to get something back, or do you do it out of love? And Steve Young wrote a book called The Law of Love.
Yeah, I've read it.
One of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
And he just talks about this transactional versus transformational mindset.
Yep.
And when it became a relationship out of love, not looking to get anything back, it became wings, not weight.
Dang.
And I started to have joy.
That's powerful.
Because again, I think I didn't experience joy. It's hard to feel joy when it feels like weight.
Yeah.
Or you have to do something.
Yeah.
So when it became wings, And I was like, I'm not doing this to get out of anything, but I have so much more joy. These God experiences, give away love, go share it, right?
Yeah.
Go bless people.
Yeah.
That's when it started to feel like it's better than any high. It's better than any drug, right?
Oh yeah.
And when you
By
start
far.
feeling that, it's like, I'm not doing this to get anything back. I mean, I'll chase that feeling though, because it feels so good.
Yeah.
But I know how it's blessing somebody else too. And then
Right.
that's when it started to change me from the inside out.
Wow. I love that. So well said. And I think, I mean, I totally agree, that feeling of just, I'm doing this because I feel like I need to or have to. It feels like this big weight.
Yeah.
And I think when we're in that state of mind, if you will, or that state, we're existing. We're not living.
Yes.
That,
Yes.
but when it's out of love, you know, like the wings, right? I'm flying now.
Yeah.
You're living. That's what living
Absolutely.
is, not existing. And it reminds me of the quote by Benjamin Franklin. He gets credit for it. I don't know if he actually said this, so forgive me if he didn't. But he said, some people die at 25, but aren't buried until they're 75.
Yes.
And that's drudgery, man.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what you were kind of describing.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that really with your faith too. Like,
Thank you.
when you just say, hey, you know, I'm doing this out of love because
Mm-hmm.
I love God. I love people. I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go give that away. And
Yeah.
you're doing that tonight. You're going to go to Logan and blow up Logan
Mm-hmm.
in a good way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Well, I love, again, I think about the experience too with your lemonade stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what a wings kind of experience like that was. Like
Absolutely.
it became no longer, it's like, I'm free.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm living.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not existing anymore.
Yeah.
I'm living.
And what's interesting, back to what you said earlier, is there is no drug that can make you feel like you're living, you know, like truly living.
Yeah.
They may get you through and you can exist,
Right.
but man, that's the magic there.
Yeah.
Wow. So why is also faith so important when it comes to like cultivating a belief system and helping you maybe overcome some of these limiting beliefs that we may have?
Yeah. For me, faith in that aspect is important because I recognize I was born, as we kind of talked about earlier, it's like I am born with an innate sense of a lot of different gifts and attributes that are divine.
Yeah.
And they are good. They're not bad.
Right.
So when we talk about, you know, our I am statements of I am light, I am love, I am hope,
Yeah.
I am joy, like that is God.
Yeah.
So, and I keep on going back to this too, what you talked about earlier this week. So if I'm not feeling in one of those, particularly joy,
Yeah.
then something's off.
Yep.
So faith in a way is like I don't want to say rubric, but what's the word that I'm looking for? I think you can kind of see where I'm going, but it like brings me, it's a way of tracking and seeing where I'm at.
Yeah.
If I'm, maybe a compass is a better word to say for it. Like if I'm, what direction I'm headed. So faith is good in that it teaches me a lot about who I am. I think it's interesting that Jesus is called the great I am. When we talk about the power of I am statements, like the pinnacle, like he is that.
Yeah.
And so, and the words that follow I am follow you. And what would Jesus put after I am? I should be putting the same thing after that too.
Yeah.
And so it's thinking about, okay, in his aspect, how would he talk about himself? How would I talk about myself?
Yeah.
This thought came to me, and this is going a little bit off of that, but talking about, you know, like self-talk.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a conference one time and we were talking about abuse. And the one thing, the thought popped into my mind was like, if you were to ask 100 people, how many of them would verbally abuse somebody else? Like very low, if not at all. Like, would anybody say like, I would? Like 100 out of 100 would probably say that they wouldn't.
Right.
And then the thought was, how many would say that they do about them?
Yeah.
And I was like, if we are the same, so again, going back to a faith like divine origin, if you and I are the same, how come I would never say it? to you?
I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to the incredible sponsors of the Beliefcast podcast. First, Craig from Craig Swap and Associates. If you need an attorney, he's your guy. Trustworthy, compassionate, always there when you need him most. Next, Wasatch Recovery, the greatest university on the planet, transforming lives one day at a time. Sandy from Minky Couture, the creative genius behind the most comfortable blanket you'll ever wrap yourself in. Comfort like no other. Special thanks to the award-winning pianist Paul Cardall for his beautiful music that brings inspiration to every episode.
But I would say it to me. I don't think we remember that we're the same.
Right.
And that we've forgotten.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I mean, the scripture that talks about, love thy neighbor as thyself. Talk to Todd how you would talk to you. But I think a lot of the times I don't talk to me how I talk to somebody else.
For sure. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
That we're okay beating ourselves up and saying horrible things to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I often will say to a client, if I just walk with you all day long, I'm just right on your shoulder and I'm in your ear going, you suck, you're no good, you're a loser, you'll never make it. How long would you put up with me doing that to you? And they're like, not very long. I go, you probably punched me in the face.
True.
And again, to your point, right? We were like, yeah, I wouldn't put up with it. Someone telling me those things, or would I want to say that to anybody?
Right.
But yet, internally, we'll just let that narrative just play and play and play and play all day long.
Yeah.
So, I know you're really big on relationships, and you're seeing a bigger vision of how powerful relationships should be, can be, and it's kind of turning into your passion, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool, because I think we need this. When it comes to relationships, I'm sure you're going to hear this a lot, and you've heard it a lot already. You hear, I feel stuck in this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What does that exactly mean, do you think? And then why do people how come relationships get to that point?
If a relationship feels stuck, I think we've lost action that used to be there, but it's no longer.
I like that.
And I mean, stuck, yes, we can get stuck on our own, but I think a lot of the times we just become stuck because we stopped moving. And in a relationship, when you add on work, or in a familial sense, kids, jobs and careers and extended family and in-laws, and everything compiles on as a force to potentially make something feel stuck.
Yeah.
But a big thing that I love going back to, especially in working one-on-one with people, is having them go back to the patterns and the habits of when they weren't. Usually when people feel something or experiencing something, it's not the first time.
Yeah.
But they feel like it is. But I like to, again, we talk about remember, go back to the former days of when this wasn't something that you struggled with as much.
Yeah.
And then picking apart habits and patterns. Okay, if it worked then, how come we stopped now? And then how do we, again, recognize, right, become aware, and then re-implement them into the relationship now. So there are a lot of probably minute details why each couple is probably stuck.
Right.
But in a broader sense, I would say we have forgotten and stopped doing the things that brought us momentum.
Dude, I love that lack of action, and I love the simplicity of that. There was a guy named Trevor Mawad. He has since passed, but he wrote a book called "It Takes What It Takes." And I watched an interview with him once, and he talked about how the average couple in the United States speaks 27 minutes a week to each other. That's it.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. And then he went on to say 80% of that 27 minutes is surfacey stuff. Hey, go to the bank. Can you pick this up at the store for me? Hey, grab this for me. And, think about over time, no wonder we're not connected. No wonder we feel stuck. And I think, to your point, the action of communicating even goes away.
Yeah.
Or the proper way to communicate.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We just kind of go, oh, hey, yeah, all right, I'm going to do my thing, you do your thing. So
you're having a ton of stories blow up in my mind right now. I think another, to add to your question about why do people feel stuck, it's because we have gone too long on the surface.
Yeah.
There is so much meat. There is so much juice, so much energy below surface. It's almost like I haven't been fed enough.
Yeah.
So I can only stay stuck up here. It takes a lot more time and a lot more effort to go beneath, but that's where the nutrition, so to speak, is. Yeah. And I remember this past semester, because I'm still a young buck and in school, the first or second day of class, I walk into class, and we're all still getting to know people. It's a fairly large class, like a couple hundred kids in there. I go sit down next to this girl, never talked to her before. I asked her what her name was. She told me, and then the second question that I asked her, I said, "What are you the most passionate about?" Right off the bat. Not the favorite color, not like what's your major. Like, I hate asking superficial questions.
Yeah.
And even if we were to talk about dating, I have a goal in every date that I go on, especially first date. I do not want to leave knowing where they're from, their favorite color, what they like to eat. I don't ask any of those. I go straight to the juice, because I think we don't get enough of this underlying meat that's in here, and that causes us to feel stuck. So anyway, back to this girl. She looks at me and she's like, "That's a really deep question. I don't know." Yeah. And I was like, the thought in my mind was, has it gotten to a point in our society where essentially asking what is your favorite thing to do has become a deep question?
Yeah.
Like, to me, that sounds like kind of bogus.
Yeah.
And no wonder I feel like people feel stuck, because they're not getting there's so much more there.
There is.
But we're not hitting it.
Well, and I think even when you ask those deeper questions, people aren't used to those either, so they don't even know how to answer those. You know, what are you most passionate about? I have no idea. You know what I mean? And I think you're right. I think that's why communicating often. I do this thing with my clients called the 10-minute miracle. And it's where you sit down for 5 minutes, put phones aside, you talk, you get 5 minutes, I get to listen to you for 5. I can't say a word. And you end with regrets, resentments, and appreciations about me and the world or whatever. Then it's my turn. You know, and if you had a resentment towards me, I get to address that and own it. Yeah, I'm going to own that resentment. Sorry, take credit for that or whatever. And then I talk about my day for 5 minutes, and then I end with regrets, resentments, and appreciations. Then we hug it out for 8 seconds. And when couples will do that 5 days a week, that's almost doubling the national average. And you're getting to some of the deeper things where, hey, I have a resentment. Yeah. A lot of times we let those build and stuff. So anyway, to what you're saying, break through that surface. And it's comfortable up here because it's just easy. Right. We don't have to really think. But man, I'm sure when you ask that girl, what are you passionate about? She's probably just like, what?
Like, who asked that?
Yeah. And maybe she answered, I don't know, but
it took her a minute.
I bet it was like,
yeah,
because that might throw me off too. If I first met you, hey Todd, what are you passionate about? I'd be like, well, my favorite color is yellow. Right.
It catches people off guard. Again, that's the rebel,
but that's what I love about you. Yeah. You're that dude.
I'm trying.
You're that dude.
I think I just we crave it, but it's so much easier. Yeah. It takes no brain power to ask what's your favorite color or what's your major.
What do you love most about you?
I love that I feel like I'm very connected to God in my spiritual self. I feel like I'm pretty in tune with, I'm not always the best at doing what he wants, but I feel like I can feel like I know what he wants me to do. Yeah. So there's actions versus getting in there. Actions I'm not always the best at. I'm extremely imperfect, but I do feel like I'm in tune with my feelings. And that's come in part, I think, a lot from, sitting down one-on-one with people and this coaching space. And
for sure,
I feel like I'm I have a pretty good sense of emotional regulation, which for a 23-year-old guy, I feel very proud of.
Oh yeah.
So it's,
geez, when I was 23, I was waking up passed out next to a dumpster. Yeah. And here you are. It's amazing, dude. I seriously admire that so much because you put in the work.
Thank you.
And I asked you a deep question. What's cool is you answered it, like without hesitation. So this is who we're talking to, folks. Brayden, this is who he is, man. If you don't already know him, he's amazing. So what do you want? Where do you see yourself, I guess, in the next 5 years? Do you ever look ahead like that? Do you kind of like plan out? Like, I know you're doing your thing. Your dream is to, but do you ever like say, okay, year 1, I want this. Year 5, I want this. Year 10.
Goals are something I'm getting better at, because to be honest, I haven't been, and that's something that I need to do. I don't have a specific, here's exactly where I want to be next year. And maybe that's I'm taking so many things away from this conversation, and that would be one of them. Yeah. And sitting down, pulling out the whiteboard and be like, okay, by April 10th of 2027, where do I want to be?
Yeah. What does it look like?
There's vision work we know is powerful in seeing where you want to go. It's like I can have a broad sense in my mind of like, yeah, I'd like to be speaking here and doing this, but I want to be doing that better. Yeah.
Have you ever done like a declaration statement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, my declaration statement I've been doing for 30 something years. It has been the greatest guidepost of my life. And everything I've written down in that declaration has come to pass in some form or another.
Dang.
It's wild. And what a declaration is stating as if you possess it already.
Tell me about some of those.
So one of them was, I'm going to be sharing my story to millions and millions of people all over the world, inspiring them to believe in themselves and love themselves. Very bold thing to say. I said it before it ever happened. And I think my story's now been shared. I think it's upwards to 15 million times in 3 different languages. I never saw how it was exactly going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen because I declared it.
Yeah.
And I believe when we declare something, God says yes. Yeah. And I know you feel this too. Mm-hmm. And so I was just curious because I know you have big dreams. I know you have big aspirations because you have that's who you are. You got this big heart.
Yeah.
And again, you're in the moment too. I think you're really good at being in the moment kind of guy. Like, hey, we're going to go do a joyride tonight. Who's joining me? I'm going to bake 7,000 cookies and, go pass these out and make a difference up there. So,
but getting more specific is something.
Yeah. I was just curious if you had,
more of,
But dude, I love just again, your passion and your heart to make a difference in this world. We need more of that. I think part of that's also surfacing in the sense when we don't do those things where I'm just going to worry about me and I'm not going to go share what in my experiences and this and that. I'm just going to kind of do my thing and keep to myself.
Yeah.
That is definitely not you. But again, I think that's part of what makes you so good at what you do.
Thank you.
We're
trying our best.
Yeah.
Preach it, live it the best you can. I'm totally not perfect. Like everything I've just described and everything we've talked about is something it's a daily battle and it's a journey, but I do feel blessed that I do get to be helping people out with that sort of stuff every day.
I want to share 3 quotes with you.
Hit me.
The first one I want you to read yourself. I want you to read that on the wall. Read that out loud.
The most delightful surprise in life is to suddenly recognize that there is nothing wrong with you. I love that one. It's so good.
I'll have my clients sit right where you're sitting on day 1. They just got out of prison. They've been slamming heroin for 20 years. They've blown up their life. They've lost everyone in their life. And I have them read that out loud. And 10 out of 10 times, Brayden, they start crying. And I'll say to them, has anyone ever told you that? And they say, never. I know you believe that there's nothing wrong with you. I know you do. Maybe not always, but I think now is that accurate? I don't want to put words in your mouth. But what do you think?
I was saying this to myself on a run the other day. It was after our podcast.
Yeah.
It was, and doing I am statements because a journey for me.
I love that post. That was awesome.
The last 6 months, because most kids get Instagram, social media when they're a teenager.
Yeah.
I got it last year. So every battle that a teen goes through on social media, I was a little late to the party, but I just finally got that.
Yeah.
I had a lot more tools and resources and people to help me
yeah.
through that.
Yeah.
But it was very easy And it's even easy now to feel like there is something wrong with me when somebody younger than me is more successful or has more followers or their business is doing better or blank X, Y, or Z.
Yep.
But again, I love doing this I am statement with myself and people that I work with. It's even if they are blank, I am still blank.
Yeah.
Even though they may be successful, blown up, more followers, more revenue, who cares, whatever. I am still great.
Yep.
I am still love, light, joy. I am okay. I am not wrong.
Yeah.
And you can feel like resonation. I don't even think that's a word. You just feel it
Sounded
like
good to me.
Vibing in your soul. Like when you speak truth, your heart knows truth. I feel truth.
Yeah.
I feel joy. I feel like it's resonating inside me. So it's like, sometimes I tell this to people, it's like, I don't even have words sometimes. I just get the feeling like, just that feeling inside. Like it's just, But that's what I feel like when I read that quote.
Sweet. Cool. Those are awesome thoughts. Thank you for sharing those. This next one, I love this. I think you'll appreciate this. The bumblebee's wings are too small for it to fly, but the bumblebee doesn't know that, so it flies.
Yes. I took a picture of that the first time.
Did you? I don't even remember
I came over here.
Really?
I think I even tried to put it in a reel. It didn't do too good, but probably because of it was the way I delivered it. So I should want to go back and we should do one of those, but it's so good. Like,
isn't that beautiful?
Who cares what anybody else says?
Yeah, Nick Vujicic, born with no arms and no legs, and calls himself a hugging machine. He has no arms, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
That's the point. We can do whatever we want. Just what do we believe?
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, you can't fly. Your wings are too small." I don't believe that, so I'm going to fly, all right?
Yeah. See you guys later. I mean, it's true. I think the people that don't believe that you can don't believe that they can.
Right.
And that's why it's like, bro, I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah. Well, and I see you flying, dude, and I really mean that. Like, this belief you have of the beauty of the human soul and connecting people, that is your superpower, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really mean that. Like, wow. Yeah, I'm a better person for knowing you. There's no doubt about that.
You.
Last quote by Ferdinand Foch. The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire.
Can I get a right there? That is so. I mean, if you got a human soul on fire, it's not just like a human mind. I feel like the word soul is like it encapsulates everything in me.
Yeah.
Heart, body, mind, soul.
Yeah.
And if you got a soul on fire, that place is about to get burned down.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the best way possible.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm leaving this with my soul on fire. So thank you. And I know because I've been in the crowd of Todd speaking. I know what it's like to leave with a soul feeling on fire. And that's what you do, Todd.
Oh, thank you.
Because it's a personal experience. It's a personal story. And another quote that I think of that fits perfectly with you is someone once said that be the kind of person where others can warm their hands by the fire of your spirit.
Ooh.
That's you.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
If you have a soul on fire, your soul is on fire, you can warm hands by the fire of that spirit. And I feel that from you. I feel it leaving today.
Yeah.
I know you leave it with everybody you talk to. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. If someone's listening to you right now that's tuned into this episode and they're in a dark place and they're struggling, what would you tell that person right now?
The first thing that always comes to my mind is that I love you. You're okay. Nothing's wrong with you. Yes, we are all different in our own way, but we're all the same. You're not somehow different. than everybody else.
Right.
You're not the somehow exception. So if you feel like you're in a dark place, you're really struggling, you got people, you better believe it with all the fire in your bones that there are at least 2 people listening right now, Todd and myself, that love you and are there for you, but also like you are okay. Nothing's wrong with you. You're going to beat it, because the only person that thinks that you can't doesn't believe it for themselves. So don't listen to them.
Yeah.
You got wings, so go fly. I don't care what anybody else says. You can't beat it. Whatever.
Yeah.
You can beat it. And you're not somehow different.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
Simple. Short.
No.
Nothing crazy.
No, it's great. And I know there's people tuned in right now that are struggling, and this is why I do this podcast, is I want to reach those people who are looking for that spark. You know, I think it was Tupac that said, "I may not change the world, but I will spark the brain that will change the world." And that's what you're doing here, is you're sparking the brains of people who need to hear it. That's going to go out and make a difference. Just like when they had you write down your strengths, it sparked something in you.
Yeah.
You know, so if someone wants to get a hold of you and learn more about what you do and follow you on social media and, you know, get to know about your coaching and all that fun stuff, how would they do it?
Reach out. Like, I'll always respond to a DM on Instagram. It's just _Brayden.Black. And yeah, if people are reaching out and they want to chit chat, I'm always down, and I'm usually pretty quick to send out my number and get more in communication, call, FaceTime, whatever people need. So, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you on the show, and I'm a better person for that last hour. That was a fast hour. I mean, it just cooked.
Yeah, that was insane.
That cooked. And you know, there's long hours and there's short hours. I learned this from a good friend of mine, Jeff Griffin. And this was a short hour.
This is extremely short.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, thank you. You have a beautiful spirit about you. Again, you know, if people don't believe in God when they get around you, they probably say, maybe I should. That's the way I look at you.
Thank you.
So keep up the good work, man. I'm here to support you any way I can.
Right back at you, brother. Thank you. This is awesome.
You bet. Brayden Black, folks. Please check out his social media. Reach out to him if you have a question. I'll put the links in the show notes. You can get right to it. But thanks for tuning in. If you are struggling, we're here for you. Like you said, we love you, and we'll do what we can to help. If you have a loved one, you're listening to this, you have a loved one that's struggling, send them a link to this episode and have them listen to Brayden's words. It'll inspire them, and it'll give you an opportunity to follow back up and talk to them and ask some of those deep questions that we need to get to. So love you guys. Again, thanks to my sponsors. You guys are the best. And until next time, everyone, take care.